A 15-year-old supermodel experiences dizzy spells on a catwalk and strikes a fellow model. But before she could gather herself, she faints. She thought her symptoms were a stomach upset and nausea, but what the test revealed turned her world upside down. Her name was Alex, and she was brought to the hospital by her father and manager, Martin. She was in good hands, being diagnosed by the best diagnostician in the country, Dr. House. Arriving at the hospital, House decided to take her history before doing some tests. Most of the tests were inconclusive, but they found out she was a druggie, and in order to diagnose her properly, they had to detox. House used an extreme approach that made his medical team question his motives. He believed the model was on borrowed time, and if they wanted to beat to death, this was the best approach. She was in a lot of pain, and her father could not see her struggle anymore and wanted to stop the detox treatment. But there was no going back now. The pain would have been too unbearable, but things were about to get worse before they got better. Before she was fully detoxed, she flatlined for about 30 seconds. The neurologist on the team, Foreman, thought she had brain damage, but House disputed it. She was oxygen deprived, but not long enough to cause brain damage. House had another new and bizarre theory. He believed she had PTSD from her father sexually abusing her. House was brilliant, but abrasive. He asked the father in front of the whole hospital if he was having sex with his daughter. He then took him to the washroom to inquire more about his theory. Martin denied quite consistently until House made a moral argument on being truthful enough to admit he did do his daughter so she could live. And he was right. He slept with his daughter once. But the diagnosis was still partial because his medical team found out she had another condition, which meant her problem was far from being solved. House realized their differentials had been smoke screens. She had a tumor that was throwing out symptoms that fit other maladies. The only thing left was more tests to find out which cancer she had. They engaged Alex in several tests, but they could not find any cancer that was visible. Alex was getting worse with no concrete diagnosis yet, until House had an epiphany treating another patient who had Covard syndrome, a psychosomatic condition also called sympathetic pregnancy. His estrogen levels were raised, making him the perfect man, a woman. House decided to do one more test, this time looking for cancer where they did not look before because it was almost impossible. But again, House was right and had to share the final diagnosis with the family. Alex had an intersex condition. She was born as a male, but her body did not respond to what makes male grow, which made her drop dead beautiful. She was pure estrogen, but House said it's the wittiest. The ultimate woman is a man. Everything she's ever known for 15 years was a lie. She exploded with anger at the diagnosis by flashing to the hospital, trying to reclaim her sense of identity. But no matter what she did, she realized she was never going to be the same again. Even her father could not look at her anymore. Moral of the story, maybe make sure the lights are always on.